in second year, there were a kind of delivery system for food, kind of night canteen service, which was from outside, but that didn't run for a long time. So we thought that why don't we open a service which can benefit the students? So we thought that the commuting would be a very good option because students from NIT Durgapur faced a lot of challenges in terms of commuting inside the campus as well as outside the campus. Plus, there was no recreation at that time in the campus, only sports and other activities. But while we launched the cycle, it became a very good recreation for the campus inmates. So that is how we thought that okay, we can try and let's see what happens. So then we launched, and secondly we launched with 7 cycles, and slowly the journey began from that point, and now we are at this point of time.
Said that from the first year itself, uh, we had this desire to launch a e-mobility startup where cycles could be rented, and that the desire to start it was always there. But what happened in final year was we came in contact with an alumnus of our college itself, who is right now in San Francisco. His name is Shorjit Banerjee. So he was the one who basically guided us. Like I told you that like technically we were, we did know a lot of technical stuff, but then there was something where we were lacking, due to which we couldn't really go ahead during a previous attempt of starting this. So it was him who basically motivated us. He also helped us with the investment. We imported the locks from China, the IIT locks, and then we also got some cycles where using which we could at least launch in our campus. So basically we were students, so any kind of monetary investment is not really expected from us. All we could do is invest in our sweat. So he was the one who helped us in investing resources, and also as far as technical stuff is concerned, he did help us since he was in AWS, so he had a better idea.
So basically, I'm not from IT or CSC background, so the technical part is handled by Shane and my other friend Gaurav. So yeah, the first hurdle which came in our path was the investment, right? For starting in any venture or any project, the first thing you need is resource, and the most important resource at that point of time was capital investment. We didn't have an investment, so what we did, we borrowed cycles from a friend, and we thought that by borrowing the cycles from a friend can, you know, shorten the gap. So with 7 cycles from our friends, we generated revenue of 20,000 plus, and that was kind of 50-50 share basis. Like each friend got 50% of the revenue which we earned for them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So for like in second year, we had to launch our service, manually. Manually, as in we just had an application where we just used to record which all cycles are being given to which person. Like everything was manual, and everything like generating fares and all. Like the fares were calculated on an hourly basis. So we actually calculated everything manually. But that was done because we weren't technically we weren't that experienced to integrate everything like with every kind of automation. We did order a block from China in second year as well, but then due to not much of experience, we couldn't really integrate it with the system. But then but that was done only to see how the response is. So later on, like around in final year, we ordered these locks, and then we tried to integrate it again. Okay. So because there were many companies out there which which were using these locks seamlessly without any issue. So we just thought that what are we even lacking? I mean, we can definitely try it again. So when we tried it, then we could integrate it. Basically, it was working on TCP protocol, and we just had to have a TCP server which was connected to the lock. That's it. Nothing more than that. And then the data which is being sent from the lock was in in a totally hexadecimal format. So we just had to parse everything accordingly, and then we ended up getting humanized data. So with that humanized data, we could we built our entire infrastructure, our entire backend and stuff. Uh, Whenever an entrepreneur wants to start a venture, like the very first thing is that they should have their basically their main, the selling point. The main selling point, it shouldn't be that vague. It's like when you're wanting to launch something, when you're wanting to bring something into the market, like your ideas, you should have you should have a definite, uh, approach. You should have a definite approach on how to achieve it. It's like certain entrepreneurs, they do have amazing ideas, if they approach in the right way, in the rightest way, they can actually yield a lot. But the thing is that what a lot of beginner and entrepreneurs, they end up lacking is they don't have any definite path. That's something an entrepreneur should take care of it as when they are trying to begin a new venture.
Yeah, so the first step is to, you should not focus on the concept of investment. That thing will come eventually. I think the first step, which you should more focus on the product development, how the USP of it, how you're going to project in the market, and you need to segment your customers, yeah, based on the demography and other criteria. So first you need to figure out the target market where you're going to float your product. Never stop believing in yourself. You can definitely reach your great heights only if you try.
Distance too long to take a cab, but too short to too short to walk. So basically, that means that you can use our bicycles, for such a distance, which is long to take a cab, and then this too short to take a cab, and then it's too long for a walk. So you can actually use our bicycles, which are readily available at your disposal.